In this video, I want to go through a few simple proofs, and we'll start with this one. You should have your book out and any notes that you have about the rules. I'll just go through the proofs kind of quickly. If you want to go through them more slowly, you can, but I'll leave it up to you to consult the rules if you're not sure why I'm using a specific rule. Alright, so here we have A and not B, and D, and not C, turnstile, not B. So this is our one premise, and this is our conclusion. So if we're going to write this out as a proof, this is our first line, and we cite the line. We cite the line with an A for assumption. And of course, we want to get to not B, so we can put that down here somewhere. Because we're not quite sure how many lines it will take to get there. But okay, so I think the first step we want to take is this. Okay, so we're going to use on line 1, we're going to use ampersand elimination to get rid of this conjunct, so we just have this. Next, we actually want to apply the same rule, so to line 2, we've done the same, applied the rule, and eliminated this conjunct, so we just have this left. And then actually, okay, we're going to go to 4, so let's just get rid of that. You can probably see how this is going. We're again going to apply the same rule. This time, take the right conjunct, eliminate this one, so that's from line 3. We've used ampersand elimination. Okay, so we've set out what we've proven what we set out to prove. From this premise, we've made it explicit how to get to the conclusion. Okay, next I want to prove this. H arrow U, that is if H then U, S and H, turnstile U. So now we have two premises, this, and we want to prove U. Alright, so we've listed our two premises as the first two lines of our proof. We've cited both of them as assumptions with an A, and we want to get to U. So we'll put our conclusion down here. Alright, so the next step, or the first rule we're going to apply is actually our conjunction elimination again, or ampersand elimination. On line 2, and then, well, I'll leave that there, so we can go right to here. And so using lines, in this case we had used two lines, line 1 and line 2, we've applied the rule arrow elimination. So, so we've gotten our conclusion that way. All right, so again, we've made it explicit how to get from these premises to this conclusion. Now, one other thing I want to show you while we're looking at this proof is something that I've left out on the previous proof, was including the assumption set. And you may have already seen that the book, for a full proof, includes not only the lines themselves, what we have here, and the citations, but we also have to include the assumption set, and that's explained on page 18. Kind of in the middle there. On the far left, we associate with each sentence an assumption set containing the assumptions on which the given sentence depends. Okay, so if I haven't talked about this in class, don't worry about it too much, but I want to just show it to you now so you have it in your notes for this particular proof. So for the first line, it's going to be, we want a 1 here. For our second line, we want a 2 here. For our third line, we want a 2 again. So that goes there. And for our fourth line, we want a 1 and a 2. Again, if I haven't talked about this already in class, I will. But basically, this is just saying this line here, so line 3, depends on this assumption, this guy here. And this line here, the U, depends on both of these assumptions, this assumption in line 1 and the assumption in line 2. We're just keeping track of that over here on the far left. Okay, the third and last proof that I want to go through in this video is this one here. We have 3 premises. The first one is A arrow B, that is if A then B. A wedge C, that is A or C, and tilde C, that is not C. Alright, so we start off by listing our 3 premises. So well, we know we want to get to B, so I'm not going to write it down. You can if you want to. For line 4, we want to get A by applying wedge elimination on what's in lines 2 and lines 3. And then once we have that, we can get B, which is our conclusion, by applying arrow elimination to lines 1 and 4. Okay, and again, if you don't know what these rules are, you should look them up and see their specific definitions and how they're used. And then you can, once you've done that, you should be able to see how, for instance, taking this line here and taking, that is A arrow B, and taking this line here, that is the A, when we apply arrow elimination, we can get the B. And then same for these 2 lines to get the A. All right. Wait, looking over my notes, I see I actually made a mistake here. If you caught it, then good. So we have H arrow U, S and H as our premises. From line 2, we got H by using ampersand elimination. Then to get U, we had to use the H arrow U and the H and arrow elimination. So I should have here have not lines 1 and 2, but lines 1 and 3. And then this is correct. All right, so this is actually the correct proof. Everything over here looks fine, so you're good to go.